itinerary looks like and just kind of answering like the 5W1H questions about our study abroad trip to Costa Rica. So first off, what is an itinerary? So we have this trip itinerary idea where we're pretty much just going to schedule out events and locations of where we're going to do things and do activities for students on this trip to provide them opportunities to network or just being able to sightsee in Costa Rica and being able to be with the community. So there's kind of three aspects to an itinerary. So first off, there's like the location. So like where exactly is this activity? What's taking place at this moment? And then as I just said, there's a moment, so there's timing with that. So when is this happening on the trip? And just kind of like even to the left, it kind of shows like not an itinerary but a planner. So if you have a planner, that's kind of like your daily itinerary. And then then it has like a little description of maybe what's happening, what's going on, what are some resources, like what are maybe some things you need to do this activity. So yeah. So how, when, and why should we use an itinerary? So to implement an itinerary, there's kind of four things that really like why we should use it and to like when we should use it and how we should use it. So kind of just jumping right in. So an itinerary allows for organization of a schedule. So it just really allows it to be nicely put together in just one little section. And then there's just like plans for future costs and resources. So like I said before, there's like the description. So like say if like we're going out to a restaurant or something, right? You're able to be to see this location of the restaurant to see like, okay, we're going to this restaurant on Tuesday. Oh, is it a pretty expensive restaurant or is it a pretty cheap restaurant? And then being able to plan for that. And then also it allows for just a lot of advertising to students. So if there's potential students who are interested in our study of object, we can, if there's like, oh, like what are some of the activities you guys are doing? If we didn't have an itinerary, we wouldn't be able to tell them that. But with an itinerary, we can give them like a sample of maybe some of the stuff we're going to be able to do and what like a typical day looks like on this trip. Then finally, like it's kind of we do this at the beginning to ensure the security of the schedule. So like really looking at it and being like, okay, if there's anything else that needs to happen or if something goes through, we can really heavily plan for anything that may change. So yeah. And then finally, so like why an itinerary matters. So this slide is pretty much just to show you what our basic itinerary looks like for now. So, we have, for instance, like, oh, when are we leaving to go to San Jose, and then going there, and then just doing a basic itinerary in there. So